Clase. Hey, Señor McChesney. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. All right, so yesterday we took notes on conjugating in the present tense. Today I'm going to continue on and start our new chapter, which is called Capítulo 2A. And if you have your vocabulary list in front of you, that would be great. Otherwise, pause this for a minute and print it out so that you've got notes that you can take. You've got a sheet you can take notes on, or put these in a notebook somewhere where you're writing down all of your vocab. But Chapter 2A is called Como te preparas? How do you get ready? And if you'll notice here, our chapter objectives are to talk about daily routines, getting ready for an event. We're going to learn about reflexive verbs. We talked a little bit about that yesterday. Those are verbs that end in say. And what you're going to notice is a lot of these verbs on this vocab list end in the letters SE, the say, which means that you literally do the action to yourself. We're also going to review Sarah and a star in this chapter, talk about possessive adjectives, both short and long form. We're going to use negatives correctly, and we're going to talk about the difference between saber and conocer. So let's start with Grupo Uno. So it's to talk about getting ready. So these are things that you're going to do to yourself. The first one, acostarse. Notice from yesterday, we kind of talked about this. This is a shoe verb where the letter O changes to UE. And remember, that's going to happen in all forms except in nosotros and vosotros. And acostarse means to go to bed. Afeitarse means to shave. Arreglarse is to straighten up, and when you add el pelo, it means your hair. So I'm going to put your hair in parentheses because you can also straighten up things like the house and your clothes on you and so on. Bañarse is to bathe. Cepillarse is to brush. And if you add los dientes, that's your teeth. Cortarse is to cut. El pelo is your hair. But you can take out el pelo and put in things like las uñas, which would be your nails. Despertarse is our verb to wake up. Ducharse is to shower. And again, if you need help with any of the pronunciations, go back and listen to how Senor pronounced these in the video. Levantarse is to get up. Lavarse is to wash. La cara is your face. Again, you could wash your hands, which would be lavarse las manos, which we're really asking you to do a lot of right now, along with social distancing thanks to COVID. And maquillarse is to put on makeup. So that is Grupo Uno. Grupo Dos, I'm just going to say the words for you, and then we'll go back through and translate them. Pedir prestado, peinarse. Pintarse las uñas, ponerse. Prepararse, secarse, vestirse, quitarse. And that will finish up the verbs. And then group 2 also continues on to the next column here, which is talking about things you need to get ready. El agua de colonia, el cepillo de dientes, el champú, el cinturón, el desodorante, la ducha, and el gel. So let's go through and translate those right now so that you have a good set of translations. So pedir prestado a means to ask to borrow from. Well, let's get rid of the from. Let's just go with to ask to borrow something. Peinarse is to comb. Pintarse las uñas is to cut your nails. Ponerse is to put on something. Could be to put on makeup. Could be to put on your clothes. Prepararse is to get ready. Literally looks like to get prepared. When you get yourself prepared, you're getting ready. Secarse is to dry yourself off. And vestirse is to get dressed. We kind of talked about that one yesterday. Quitarse is to take off or remove something from you. El agua de colonia is cologne. French word, so it has a weird spelling. El cepillo de dientes is your toothbrush. I'm going to put tooth in parentheses, because if you just do a cepillo, you have just a brush. El shampoo is exactly what it sounds like, shampoo. El cinturón is a belt. El desodorante is deodorant. La ducha is your shower. El gel is like hair gel. And let's go through Grupo Tres and listen to the pronunciation of those words. First one is el jabón. Las ollas, and we can say las ollas de oro or las ollas de plata. Los labios, el maquillaje. La pasta dental, el peine. El pelo, el salón de belleza, el secador, la toalla, and las uñas. So here we go. El jabón is soap. Las ollas is jewelry. So when you add de oro, that's gold jewelry. De plata, plata looks like platinum. Something that's made out of platinum is made out of silver. So de plata is silver. Los labios are your lips. El maquillaje is makeup. La pasta dental is toothpaste. El peine is a comb. El pelo is your hair. El salón de belleza is a beauty salon. El secador is a hair dryer or a blow dryer. La toalla is a towel. And las uñas are your nails. That completes your first page here. And let's look at page 2. We have one more group to do, but also kind of looking at some of the grammar. It goes back and reviews ser and how to conjugate ser and estar. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to talk in this chapter about the difference between those two. When do you use ser and when do you use estar? And I know you did some of that in Spanish too, but we'll continue on with that. It also goes through and teaches you how to conjugate a reflexive verb again. So if you remember, acostarse is an O to UE shoe verb, so it changed from O to UE in all forms, except nosotros and vosotros. And remember, you take off the se, and you put a pronoun in front as you conjugate it. So in the yo form, the se changes to me, in the tu form to te, in the el, ella, usted box, se, nosotros is nos, vosotros is os, and ellos, ellas, ustedes is se again. And we'll get into the possessive adjectives in this chapter as well. So let's go through Grupo Cuatro. So if you're looking at this one, it says to talk about a special event. La audición, that second U should actually be an I there. La boda, la cita, el concurso, un evento especial. These are all special events. To talk about how you're feeling, we've got a few adjectives there. We have entusiasmado, if you're a male. If you're a female, entusiasmada. We have nervioso and tranquilo. And then other useful words and expressions. We have antes de, which gets used in front of an infinitive. Cómodo, depende, elegante, lentamente, luego, por ejemplo, rápidamente, and te ves bien or te ves mal. So here we go. La audición is an audition. Exactly kind of what it looks like. La boda is a wedding. A cita can get used two ways in Spanish. Sometimes it's a date, otherwise it's an appointment with someone. But literally when you have an appointment with the doctor or the dentist, you literally have a date with them at that time. El concurso is a contest, and el evento especial is a special event. Entusiasmado means someone is excited about something. Nervioso, you're nervous. And tranquilo is you're very calm. And your other useful phrases. Here we go. Antes de means before. And I always tell kids it's before whatever the verb was in ing. So if I said to you, for example, antes de leer, that would be before reading. Antes de ir would be before going. Antes de comer before eating, and so on. Cómodo is comfortable. Depende means it depends. Elegante is elegant. Don't forget, guys, adjectives that end in the letter E are both masculine and feminine. Lentamente is slowly. Luego is then. Sometimes it means next. Por ejemplo means for example. Rápidamente means quickly or fast. Hopefully you're kind of learning here that this mente, I'm going to underline mente, and lentamente and rápidamente. Hopefully you're kind of learning that mente literally means ly in English. And te ves bien means you look nice. And if you added te ves mal, you look bad. Meaning your clothes don't look good on you, or you're not looking good today. So guys, that is Capítulo 2, ¿Cómo te preparas? And we might want to go back and talk about the title. Just a quick minute. The title is How Do You Get Ready? So that is the focus of this first chapter, is what is it that you do to prepare yourself for some sort of special event. So guys, that wraps up your vocabulary list for Capítulo 2A, ¿Cómo te preparas? Adiós.